Hello and welcome to the BVB update for July 28th. I'm Stefan Butzko and in this format I cover Borussia Dortmund news and other shenanigans of the day. And today we had the team fly to Munich for their cup match against 1860 Munich. So we have the first match day squad, if you will, and I will rattle through it real quick. The goalkeepers are Kobel and Meyer. In defense we have Süle, Schlotterbeck, Hummels, Koulibaly, Guerrero and Meunier. In midfield we have Can, Kamara, Bellingham, Dahoud, Brandt, Reus, Hazard, Wolf and Bino Gittens. And in attack we have Donyell Malen and Moukoko. And the players that are out are of course Sebastien Haller with a testicular tumor. We have Giovanni Reina with fitness deficit. We have Charlie Özcan who's still working on his bruise. Tom Rote with a hip flexor injury. Felix Passlack with a knock against his hip. And Mathieu Morey is probably going to play on Saturday against Antalyaspor, where Dortmund also have a friendly, as Nachrichten right here. And yeah, Nico Schulz and Manuel Akanji have not been considered. And I'm not good at guessing starting lineups. However, I prepared this nice little graphic here. Though I must admit, I took 1860 Munich's provisional starting 11 from Kicker because I personally do not know many of their players. But the one to watch is their number 10, Kobylanski, who is their playmaker. But Edin Terzic said yesterday that attacking set pieces are their strength and so are counterattacks. So we'll see about that. And the lineup I think is going to be very similar to the one that Dortmund played against Villarreal with Kobel in goal. And then you have a back three of Schlotterbeck, Hummels and Süle. And then you have Bellingham as number 6, as sort of the destroyer, if you will, in deep lying midfield. And then Guerrero and Meunier as wingbacks. And then you have a double 10, if you will, with Reus and Brandt. And then another double attack of Adeyemi and Malen, but it also would not surprise me if we see Moukoko instead up front. The game tomorrow will be played at the legendary ground Stadion an der Grünwalder Straße, and the kickoff is 8:45 p.m. local time, so yeah, it's going to be a highlight game, I think. And if you live in the United States, the game will be on ESPN Plus instead of ESPN 3. But let's move on to the next story where I was asking for tea yesterday when it comes to Markus Pilawa joining Bayern Munich. As you might remember, the Dortmund head scout was poached by Bayern, as I had in my BVB update yesterday. And so the spin is out today, if you will. And Bild today write that the head scout had not been without controversy in Dortmund for some time. His leadership style rubbed people the wrong way, losing him the backing in his department. But also the relationship between Kehl and Terzic and him were somewhat distorted. So they write that therefore it had been clear for weeks that his contract, which ran until 2023, would not be extended. And that he has been on the outlook for a new job for months now, which apparently Dortmund also didn't appreciate that he was on a job hunt, which, I don't know, to me doesn't make sense, because if they're not going to extend, he has all the rights to search for a new position, as far as I know. But the spin here is then also that they say that, the flop transfers of Leonardo Balerdi, where Dortmund paid, I think, 15.5 million to Boca Juniors, and of course Nico Schulz are being pinned on him, among other things. So just thought I would highlight that. Quite interesting that this story breaks the next day. I don't know if you want to call it narrative control, spin, or whatnot, but so let's move on to the next story, which is an interview with Donyell Malen by Sport 1, and of course this interview was recorded in Bad Ragaz in the training camp, as so many. And he's really talking about being hellbent, about improving in his second season at Borussia Dortmund, where he said, quote, "I've set myself a lot of goals for the new season. I want to improve every day, and I will. I'm convinced of that. My first year was okay. I had some good but also bad moments. But overall, I'm very optimistic that it will be a better year and that I can help the team with my goals." And then he continues, quote, "I've been here a year now and I know the people in the environment much better. I think that many things will be easier to handle now. In addition, I worked really hard on myself during my vacation. All of this makes me confident about a better season." And I think this is important to point out because last season, when he arrived very late from PSV at Dortmund, he was not in the best shape, and that sort of hampered his scoring output and overall, his let's say, sporting contribution right from the get-go was not great, especially when it came to pressing and really fitting into the system was lackluster. But yeah, I hope that he can really start and have a really good season. I mean, Sebastien Haller just a couple days ago talked about his great form, and yeah, there are also more quotes from Malen. For example, he talked about Terzic being the new coach, where he then said, quote, "Terzic is very open, communicative, positive, and he works hard. His style suits me. Hopefully we will be successful with this coach." And he was also asked about the preferred position. And yeah, he said, "I don't have a preference when it comes to playing as a striker or winger. I can do both well. No matter where I play, I want to have the team to be successful." And yeah, he was also talking about that Dortmund will obviously miss Erling Haaland because, you know, obviously he was asked whether this is going to be positive for him. But he said that Dortmund lost one of their best players, and replacing him will not be an easy task, but he's confident that they will. And he also did talk about the late Mino Raiola, who of course was his agent before he passed. And he said that Raiola left a gap in his life. And yeah, that's all I have on the Malen interview. So let's move on to another story, which I guess is just a quick update on the Dortmund striker situation, because Ruhrnachrichten are writing that they expect Dortmund to have about 10 million to expend for a new striker. And there was also a quote flying around today from a PR manager, Carsten Kramer, and I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, because usually he is not one to speak about sporting subjects, but he did tell Sky apparently that, quote, "We aren't just passively waiting and hoping that things will improve by themselves. We're accepted the situation and our way that we have to become active." And he was apparently speaking about Dortmund signing a Haller replacement. So I'm intrigued what that means. I think he also said that people should keep their eyes open for in the Sebastien Haller interview at Sky in the coming days. Maybe something to announce there, because I think Haller will be in the Sky headquarters tomorrow. I don't know if anything will come out of that or not, or whether that was just a teaser, but still I thought I'd bring it up. And there's also another rumor, which I don't think is going to be all that fulfilling in my case, because of course it would be nice for me if Dortmund managed to offload Emre Can, because he is on a 9 million a year contract, and I think that is tragically overpaying him. After all, he's 28 years old, and you know, just came off a season that featured 5 muscular injuries. So yeah, I'm not too high on Emre Can, as you all know, but yeah, so there's a report from Hürriyet, the Turkish newspaper, that says that Galatasaray have inquired about Emre Can, and that maybe a loan move could be on the cards, but you know, a club inquiring about a player and the transfer from happening are two entirely different things. So I'm not holding my breath, but at the same time also do think, as the squad is currently set up, Dortmund will probably need Emre Can as either a stopgap player in the defensive positions, or in what I think is his actual best position as a number 6, because as we already see, Charlie Özcan has hardly trained during the training camp in Bad Ragaz, and is already trailing behind. And I don't think he will be able to play every game during the cramped schedule, and same goes for Jude Bellingham. So I think we will see sprinkles of Emre Can here and there. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, like and subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you think the result is going to be tomorrow, what your predictions are for Dortmund's cup match against 1860 Munich. I certainly am very excited to see the first starting lineup and see who made it, who didn't. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.